And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler. It's time for the first edition of the Mallory Chapman Show here in 2026. Currently joined by Wheeling University head softball coach Mallory Chapman. And Mal, girls getting ready to start the season this year. Last year, a big year for you guys. You make it to the MEC tournament. Talk about some of the lessons you learned from last year that you're taking into this season.
Yeah, I think it was a major turning point for our program. The last few years prior, we've struggled, and, I think the girls worked really hard and had a vision for what they wanted to, do moving forward. So making it back to the conference tournament for the first time since I was in a uniform was really special for, our coaching staff and our players. And I think we just learned a lot about our team in general as far as their grit and their determination and just their willingness to go out there and want to be the change. So I'm extremely proud of them for that. And coming into this year, they had that mindset that they were going to, continue that and keep working hard to, set even higher goals. So, they've been pushing and grinding, and I'm just super proud of them.
And you have a lot of those key pieces from last year coming back. How does having that experience help the team as they welcome in some other younger new recruits as well?
There's no better tool than experience, especially in our sport. When you've been in the fire and you've been battle tested, that's just something that you carry with you through the rest of your career. So being able to have a good core of girls come back that are experienced, who've been in that situation and, are, like I said, willing to be that change, they have been extremely crucial to our leadership. Our young girls have, really good role models to look up to, which is something I'm very proud of, and I'm sure they're appreciative of. So, even the freshmen and some of our transfers, you can't even tell that they're new girls. They feels like they've been here for years, and that's a testament to our leadership.
And one of those leaders in the circle, Kaylin Shields, she's back again this year. Talk about her emergence last year and kind of how she's going to help lead the pitching staff.
Yeah, we definitely relied on Kaylin a lot last year, and she was up for the task. She told us all the time, Coach, give me the ball, I'm ready. And, I think her performances and, the way we played behind her showed that. Coming back this year, she's again ready. We've added a couple of additions to our pitching staff with, Riley Peters, she's back, and a freshman, Taylor Walsh. We've got Maria Clark in the circle. We got a transfer, Jordan Busuri. She's going to help us out. Tatiana, she's going to throw for us. So we've got a major, solid depth to look forward to, I think, with our pitching staff. So we just have to, utilize them as we go and make sure that we set ourselves up to be successful.
And looking at the offensive side, again, a lot of veteran returners. You have Ava Kresick, who is a key piece at the top of the lineup, Maria Clark, who you mentioned a little bit ago. Talk about that lineup and how it's shaping up.
Yeah, we've got a lot of power. But we also have a lot of speed. So I think, for the first time in a long time, we've finally, hit that point of a good balance in our lineup as far as, power, speed, and just consistency. That's the biggest thing we're going to look for this year is just being able to bring our bats to every game. But yeah, I mean, Maria back with her bat. We've got Brooklyn Sanders back, who, she's a big power hitter for us. Madison Kay, and we added a good bit of power to our offense with some transfers in our freshmen. So I'm excited to see what they can do. They're swinging hard, so hopefully we can generate a good bit of runs.
Currently joined by Wheeling University head softball coach Mallory Chapman. And Mal, you mentioned some of the newcomers in. Who's kind of shined in the early going, and who can fans expect to see make an immediate impact this year?
I mean, all of them. Truthfully, they have all come in with, the intent that they want to be out on the field. Mackenzie Burns, she's one of our freshmen who's, going to probably be seen at third base a good bit for us. She's a consistent bat for us, a power hitter. She just brings a lot to the table. Eden Troxel, she's a junior for us. She's a JUCO transfer. She's going to do a good bit of catching for us. She's just an energizer bunny on the field. She's loud, she's talkative, and she's a leader, and the girls respond to that well. So, I mean, just a couple of them to name, but you're going to see a lot of new faces this year, I think, and old ones. But, we're ready for the test.
And this weekend, you guys are hosting the first ever, the Highlands Classic. You and West Liberty kind of combining on this. Talk about the talent you're going to see this weekend and kind of how that's going to help you as you get ready for your spring schedule.
We are so excited to be hosting this weekend. This is something that Sarah Pellegrin and I up at West Lib have talked about for years now, trying to get this together, and now it's finally happening. But we're having the likes of UIndy, Findlay University, IUP, Lake Erie's going to come down and play. So I think, you're going to see a lot of good ball this weekend, and it's something that, for the Ohio Valley is something that they don't get to see a lot is, good, solid D2 college softball. So we're super excited just to host and, to give these other teams the opportunity, but to also play some really good talent in our region too. So this weekend is big for everybody. It's really important that we go out there and play some good solid ball. But we're just super excited to get started. We've been practicing too long.
And finally, as you guys get ready to take the field for the first time, what can fans expect from the team overall when they take the diamond?
A lot of energy. This team is full of passion for the game of softball, which is something that makes me emotional as a coach because I'm so passionate about this game. A lot of energy, a lot of speed, a lot of power. You're going to see good fundamental softball. So that's what we've been, preaching to our girls is to go out there and play hard and just let it cut loose is what we say.
Thanks, Mal. Good luck this weekend. Can't wait to see you out there.
Thanks, Zach.
For Wheeling University Athletics, I'm Zach Ziegler.
And I think it's very important for everybody to be engaged because that everybody's on the same page.
It's about, who's willing to change gears at the right time.
Go out, go have fun, and just take it to them.